Hello, everybody, and it's Thursday. Yeah, it's Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. look at, I look at my calendar around the corner. All my days are messed up. Um, in the video with the cats, I mentioned my sleeping schedule being thrown off, and it's been thrown off for about 2 weeks now due to one of my eyes randomly hurting. And so I just kind of laid in bed with a cold compress on my eye, which, you're laying there, you're not doing anything. And I fell asleep for several hours. And when you take a nap that long, it just throws everything off. And so I finally got that back on track. I went to bed at like 4:30 and woke up at 6:30 this morning and was pretty sick to my stomach due to like sinus drainage and stuff. And it's been an up and down day. The wind's been blowing like crazy. It sounds like 50-mile-an-hour wind, but I doubt that it's actually blowing that hard. It just sounds horrendous with it blowing in through the windows. And sometimes it's from the back of the house, and then sometimes it's from the front of the house, but mostly it's been from the front of the house, thankfully. Because the window in the kitchen, it whistles like someone is standing in the kitchen and whistling, and it freaks the cats out. And I just didn't want to deal with that. Like, I don't ever want to deal with that. Plus, it's really annoying. And if I have to go upstairs and lay down, you can hear it all throughout the house. Just not a good thing for anybody. But, um, the new diet's still going good. Um, I'm down almost 7 pounds doing this, and that's been a really rocky road because of all the steroids and stuff that I've been taking. Getting the whole weight problem under control and getting it going in the direction that it's supposed to be going is awesome. At first, it was really fast, and now it's just kind of slowed down, but I'm still seeing a digression on the scale, which is super nice. No matter how small it is, it's still nice to see that number going down. Um, when I'm able to be more active and go outside and I feel good, I see a bigger loss than I have like this past week where I haven't really felt that great. Because I'm still kind of sick. But with the weather being so flaky, I don't want to be out in it because, with the wind, um, that just makes everything terrible. I know some people are into that exercise where they wear the what is it, the parachutes on their back, resistance training. I'm not into resistance training. I'm too out of shape to do resistance training. We're slowly trying to get me back there, but too much physical exercise just does a number on me. Like today, I tried to do some housework. Like, I'm hanging out in the kitchen right now. This is like my domain. Um, and I was literally sweeping the floor, and I was kind of like in this half crouched position. And I have two bad knees from working in factories too long, and my right knee pops out of place sometimes, and that's exactly what happened. And it doesn't help that a year ago I had a Baker cyst explode inside my knee, and that's just kind of made it worse. So I have to be really super careful, and it gets better when I'm able to get out and move around and do stuff. But if I've been sedentary for a long time, like I have been the last couple of weeks because of the strep, and now my sinuses are draining, making me feel sick. Um, it's just up and down, up and down, up and down, and I wasn't even thinking about it, and I shouldn't have been down that close to the floor, and it just popped. So I'm laying on the floor with my cats trying to like lay on me, and I'm like, get away from me! I don't want you laying on me. You know, it's like, you guys are idiots. I'm not laying on the floor for my health. I'm laying on the floor because I'm in pain. And slowly was able to straighten it back out. And as soon as it popped back into place, it was like the pain was gone. It's still kind of sore, but it's nothing that I need to take pain medication for. And I had so many things planned to do today. Like, I really needed to go grocery shopping because we have like a half thing of ground turkey that I make hamburgers out of, and they are amazing. Not to toot my own horn, but they are amazing. And I think I have some corn dogs that I bought for my son over the weekend because nobody wanted to make food. And even though my boyfriend is an extremely amazing cook, he doesn't ever cook. So, I can't, make the great, wonderful things that he makes, and it makes me sad. So we're stuck with eating mediocre things. A lot of the times he doesn't like what I make because I have a different diet than him. I have a lot of restrictions, and it really bugs him because he's a big beef eater. And though technically I can have beef, I have a beef allergy, so can have beef in small percentages before it starts giving me problems. It's not like I'm going to go into anaphylactic shock from eating it. It just, my system doesn't like it. But, God, my house is a mess. It's not as much of a mess as it could be. I got a lot of the kitchen taken care of, and if you were to look at it, you'd be like, what? You got a lot done? Woman, your kitchen is a wreck. But no, I got a lot done because if I don't do it, it don't get done. It doesn't matter what kind of physical state I'm in. It just don't get done because he would rather live in a sty than clean. The majority of the time, he does laundry so that he has stuff to wear. The rest of the house, I sweep, I dust, I vacuum, I clean the bathrooms, I clean the dishes. He will clean a plate to eat on it, and then he will leave it on the counter for me to take care of later, whenever I'm feeling up to it. Yeah, so me feeling bad really isn't a good thing because me being down with strep for an entire week, I came downstairs and looked at my kitchen, and I was like, where did all these dishes come from? The kitchen was clean like 2 days ago. And he just kind of looks at me, and this is like, eh. But I don't know. Is that how most guys are after they start living with somebody? Because when he lived by himself, he was pretty much a neat freak. And before I moved in, we had this big discussion about how he hated living with slobs and everything needed to be clean and immaculate like 24/7, and he didn't want to deal with another person's mess and just so on and so forth. Like, absolutely do not trash my place if we get a place together. And so far all that I've seen is him trash the house. It's not me trashing the house, it is him trashing the house. And I have to remind him, I am not your maid and I am not your mother. You need to pick up after yourself. Thank you very much. And it still doesn't happen. I don't know. But I try not to badger him about that too much because he does a lot for this family. And I know that if I was working, 8 to 10 hour shifts and I came home and the house was a mess, I probably wouldn't give two F's either. Because I know when I used to work night shift, I pulled 10-hour shifts, and there was a lot of times that my mother came over and she was like, "You're a slob. Clean your apartment." And I'm like, "I am tired. The apartment can wait." So it waited until the weekend or whenever I just couldn't stand the mess anymore. And then I would literally spend hours just cleaning, and then I wouldn't worry about it until stuff just built up again. But, I think everybody has that problem once in a while. But it's supposed to snow Monday and Tuesday, and I wasn't looking forward to snow, but now I kind of am. It's the middle of December. Christmas is like in 2 weeks, I think. And last year, I think it snowed on Christmas Eve. And it was super exciting because it was like a literal blizzard outside. And I'm really hoping that we get snow again this year. CJ's gonna hate it because he has to drive in it. But, he's a polar bear. He can deal with it a lot better than I can. But we really need a good frost because we keep getting these centipedes in our house that are like that long, and I guess they're kind of normal for this region, but I'm sorry, I don't want them in my house. They might not bite people and they might not bother us a lot of the time, but they're creepy and they can bite you, and I don't want them biting my cats. Because even though my cats will kill spiders, they won't touch centipedes. Like, they'll hunt them down and follow them around and scare them into a corner until we get up to kill them. But they will not kill them. And I honestly do not blame them because they look like a possessed caterpillar. But looking at myself in this video, I'm like super, super pale. And I don't know if it's like my medication that I'm taking or if it's because it's the winter and the sun hasn't been out a whole lot. But I actually noticed this the other day where just like the color in my face is literally like going away. And I haven't had this problem for a really long time, actually. The last time that I got this pale, I think I was in my early 20s, and everyone was asking me if I was sick, and I'm like, no, I'm not sick. This is just how I look. And I took pride in my skin being like super, super pale and like pretty and everything. But, now that I am kind of sick all the time, it kind of worries me. But I'm hoping it's just because of a lack of sunlight. Okay, so we'll see what comes of that, and if I get any more color in my face. I'm gonna say no, that it's not gonna happen until summer rolls around. Even then, I'm not supposed to go out into the sun because my skin hates the sun. It's like I immediately burn, and then I peel, and then I'm back to looking like this. So, and then my medication makes me even more sensitive to the sun than I was before. So, more of a reason for me to stay out of the sun. And, and, um, my face doesn't like suntan lotion, especially the stuff that is meant to go on your face. It makes me break out. It with like blisters. So, sun, I like seeing you, but you are not my friend, along with many other things. But I am gonna go crash. I've been trying to look for jobs, but everything seems to be like outside maintenance work, and I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be out in this cold. Screw that! But I don't know. Hopefully, I'll find something that I can do that doesn't require you to have like a bachelor's degree or be an engineer or be outside. So, you'll have a magnificent rest of your Thursday. And if you're still at work, I'm sorry. Hopefully, you're almost off of work. And if you're already off of work, then go relax. Drink some pop that I can't have. I'm sticking to my tea. And I'll catch y'all later. See ya.